It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Raiders and the Texans. And it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Houston Texans. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
Carr now on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Now Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile, that's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The give is to Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
It's caught. This is White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Jacobs. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Now Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Newton now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. That's complete to White. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now a first down carry by Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. A give to Jones. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, Newton. Flush to his right. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Carr now to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Yeah, and he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help, Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. We'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Newton to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's White. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again is Newton. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Newton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin in the AFC South in Nashville. Tennessee hosting Jacksonville. And we see at the half, 14-10 is the score. A touchdown pass for Trevor Lawrence. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Texans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. We call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. Now Newton. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. On play action, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Carr. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr, catch here, left side, Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw is Carr. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Marr able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 1st down, Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Flush to his right. Cam wisely hitting the deck at the end as he slides and has the 1st as well. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Newton. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Newton takes it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go. And let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
On the return, Phillips. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Lanny, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That catch good for only a couple. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step.
Let's go. Let's go.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Man open, here is Crowder. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football. And
that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out right at the 35. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. the intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. The throw over the middle taken in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flushed out right. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw, Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Newton. Flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Max Crosby in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Escaping the pressure right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Las Vegas, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.